Yeah, here we go. So this is what we've put together for tonight to show everybody what we're actually trying to do. So if you want to move forward, Lorna. So anybody that's from the cryptocurrency world knows if you're in the know and you know what you're doing and you know how to trade, well then you don't need us. But anybody that doesn't, I'm no trader. I'm no trader. That's why I have Matt, and that's why I have people behind Matt and the support team we have. If you want to buy Bitcoin, there is a straightforward way of buying Bitcoin, but the problem is it's what do you do with that? Do you just leave it in your wallet, or do you do something with it to trade? The volatility in the market, it allows you to make an absolute fortune at the moment. Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin goes down, along with all other cryptocurrencies. So do you want to move on, Lorna? So with regards to Matt, this slide pretty much tells you Matt is Iondo were a trading platform where you could trade against the normal FTSE and the normal stock markets. And Matt built up as our trader for us guys for Corinium. He built up a humongous following, and he was in the top 10 consistently in the top 10 of Iondo on their trades. Now, when you understand what that actually means, that means I think he had a following of about 650 traders following him. So these are experts following Matt. So understanding that and understanding how Matt's brain works, in other words, we're all very, very lucky. And as you'll see as we move through this, when we get to the percent slide, you'll see how well we've done. So we have a diversified portfolio to give everybody peace of mind. What that actually means is we go through extremely rigorous process. But we don't just hold everything in Bitcoin or the basics like Ethereum and Litecoin. We have a wide portfolio of coins. We try to cut down risk as much as possible. So as we move through, the reason this comes back to why we need people to help us move this into the world is because to cut down risk and to make the most out of trading, you need money to be able to trade. And the more money you get, there's some things. So for example, once we hit 350,000, there's certain trades that Matt can then use to trade with. We can start to hedge a little bit better, and we can cut down our risk massively, meaning that at that point we can hold virtually all our funds in one place, and we're only actually trading with a tiny amount of money. So it cuts down risk massively. Now this screen I'm a little bit struggling to see, Lorna. So you might want to help me out with some of this, because I'm bear in mind, everybody, I'm on my phone, so apologies. My laptop doesn't like Zoom for some reason. But on the right hand side, you can see the chart that gives you the percents that we've had since August last year. And yep, if you look at January was a massive down month. But compared to what other funds worldwide were doing, we did pretty well. The one I'd like to pick out of all of those isn't the massive ones, because Bitcoin and crypto has pretty much followed the same trading processes and graphs and path for the last 4 or 5 years. Everybody has an idea of where it's going. Nobody can predict the future. But if you look at the chart for the last 4 or 5 years, it's pretty much the same. Bitcoin today is exactly where it should be against the trading chart. But there is one trade on there that I'm extremely proud of, and I think shows how well we're actually doing. And that is when you look at what we did in February. So the world and pretty much every trading platform that I know personally had massive losses. There was one fund I know were 48% down. We were the only fund that I know of that actually showed a profit in February. So I think that for me speaks volumes. Once we've moved through from getting to the stage where we build this and we put it out, we get to the 350,000 stage, and we move on to the 500,000 stage. Again, there's more trades, more things. That's the magic number for us. We get to that point, trades really open up and things will really start to fly for us. Now we have just bear with me, Lorna. Just trying to see. with regards to the verifiable, I think that's a great thing. Some of our early investors saw a video, and I'm more than happy to update that video and share it around in the Facebook group. And that video shows what was currently in the fund. It showed latest trades, what we had, what Bitcoin we held, what other currencies we held, what other coins and where they were. So the point of this is we've all heard of the funds that have arrived and disappeared, and the funds that do well and don't do well and all the rest of it. We want to be different, and I cannot stress that enough. We want to be open, honest, transparent. There's one thing that nobody will get unless they contact us personally, and that is the office address. If you want the office address, if you want to come and visit us and meet Matt and meet myself in person at the office, please feel free to ping me leave a message on the group, whatever. And we will PM you personally with the office address. Where we're based in Cirencester, back in, I think it was December, January time, I'm sure some of you may recall, there was somebody not too far away from our office, about 40 miles down the road, crypto trading, and actually got kidnapped. So obviously, with crypto trading, we have to be very, very, very security conscious. But the point is to be security conscious and open and honest. We're here. I'm here. We're on Facebook. Anybody can ping me. I've had a lot of people pinging me in the last 24, 48 hours, and we will answer any questions. We are here. You can reach out, touch us. You can come and visit us. We can show you the trades. On the trading side, we're actually going to video the trades as we move forward and as we grow. We'll video the trades, and we will upload those to our members group. So all our members can see exactly what we're doing, exactly what we're trading. They're not going to be live, because we're not going to give our tips away. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it, and we wouldn't have a business. What we will do is we'll upload them maybe 24, 48 hours behind, so everybody can see where the fund is, what currencies are held. When we look at things like ICOs, there's a very vigorous process that goes through. We don't just go, that looks good, let's go and invest in it. We put it through our own process in-house, and then we put it through a fraud process. I previously worked in fraud many years ago for a long time, and I've got a lot of heavy contacts in the fraud world. And what that means is we check out every single person behind the business. We run all their names. We look at the company, we run the company, we look at the advisors, we look what money they've got, what money they've had in, where they're going, what the potential path is, and what route there is. And then what we do is we then link up with some of our other funds, because we know funds direct in Asia, we know funds, other funds in Europe, and we link into those as a whole, and we use that buying power to buy into ICOs. There was one example that I use that's not too many moons ago, about 6-7 weeks ago. We had where we were able to buy into the ICO, and we had, I think it was around about a 60-65% discount. That was on the buying power alone. And what we are trying to do with Corinium is to create that buying power ourselves. So this is why we need members, and this is why we have to put a referral program in place. We have to empower our members and our team and the people behind us to help this grow. But ultimately, we want to be transparent. We want to be fair. We run very rigorous background on everything we do, and you're going to be able to see everything we do as we move forward. Do you want to? I don't know if I've covered everything on there. Just bear with me, Lorna.
Yeah, you have. I'm just trying to drop it down one.
Yeah. So I think the only thing I haven't said on there is the initial lock-in. That's a request from myself. And the reason I've put that in there, and all our members have had the same thing, even our early adopters. And the reason I put that in there is quite simply, it allows everything to bed in. As we have money into the system, you give it 3 months, it allows us to trade with it for 3 months before people come to us and ask for money out. But ultimately, after the 3 month stage, again, it's open and transparent. If you want all your money back, we'll give you all your money back. It's as simple as that. Right, yeah, do you want to move on one, Lorna?
I'm trying, it's not going. Hang on. There we go.
Right, so this is the bit where we get down to business, because it's in this page. So effectively, all our early members, we had it, and our issue was we had our entry level too high. And we realised that now. We had it set at £1,000. Lorna and everybody around had been telling me we needed to lower it. And we've now had help, good help, to actually put this into place and put this into some order. So what this is going to allow people to do is to actually earn from it, as well as investing their own money and buying a single unit or however many units in the fund. It's going to allow people to recommend people, refer people, and actually have a process in place for this. And if you just if you read through this will tell you what it is. I'm just going to have a look at it, Lauren, because I can't quite see. Just bear with me. Right, so effectively, more. Let me just blow this up. There we go. There we go. Right, that's better. Right. So it basically this works out on personal units. So the graph on the right will tell you. So you can invest anything from £250 to £250,000. We've got some institutional people we're talking to, and some of our early supporters will understand that because we've spoken about that before. And the institutional money is on the sideline, and that's coming. As we move through this, that will come, and it will help us trade better. So we've got custom packages for people invest in larger amounts. As I said previously, we consider ourselves to be ICO pros. We have 100% profit success within ICOs so far. So all those ICOs that we've invested in already, we've made really good returns from. Where else have we got? ICOs are obviously where we get quite excited about. So anyway, the bits where I want to really put some emphasis and focus on is the help to grow, and this is what we've put in that's new. So every time somebody refers to individuals, they'll move up on the profit ratio. As you see, if you look at the graph on the right hand side, you'll see you move forward in those. And the referral pool of tokens. Now this is where it gets really interesting, and I think it's a really clever idea. So if you take the company, so if for instance, we have a limit we want to grow to, and that limit is £10 million. We've put a £10 million cap on it, and we may grow that out further. Who knows? But at the moment, that's where we're going to cap this. From a trading point of view, that's where it's going to be capped. So if for example, we get once we arrive at £10 million, we're trading with £10 million monthly, and we have, say, a 10% month, which is, if obviously you look at the previous months, that's neither here nor there. So say we have a 10% month. That means there's it means there's £1 million made by the company, and 10% of that goes into the referral pool. So £100,000 will then be pushed into the referral pool. Now, the referral pool is limitless. So every time, so you can see new pool tokens for each active referral you introduce. So every single time somebody introduces somebody to Corinium, to the fund, and they buy a unit in the fund, they will get a token in the pool. New pool tokens each time your referrer buys a unit. So it doesn't have to buy 4 units. It's just one single unit at £250. And the more the more people you refer, the more units you can earn, and obviously those units will equate to a percentage in that 10% profit pool. So in other words, to keep it simple, the more units you have, the more share of that pool you're going to have. And on the once we get to the 10 million stage, well, then you do the maths. I use 10% as an example because I'm trying to be on the low end side. But if you look at the months and you look at what our average is, if you add all those up and you put that together, that referral pool could be anywhere from 100 grand one month. It could be £1 million the following month. It could be 500,000 the following month. I'm not saying we're going to be up every single month. Look at January. This is high risk. I'm not saying it's not high risk. This is crypto investing. What I can say is the more people we get involved in this, and the more people that help us grow this, the easier it is to shrink our risk. It helps us close down our risk massively. So our first aim is to grow to 350,000, then on to £500,000, and then from there straight on to £10 million. And that is it. So what I would like to do now is open this up, and please bombard me with questions. I hope I've made the referral pool piece clear and understandable. And I hope everybody can understand what it is we're trying to do. I think the reality is with us is we're transparent and we're open and honest, and you can come and meet us. We are not going anywhere. We are setting ourselves up. We're working with the FCA in the background. We've got a bank we're working with in the background to bring the banking arm. As I said, we've got Dartpool Bitcoin, which is very, very, very lucky to have that. And all these things mean that it's going to benefit us as a group. And that's a great, great, great thing. So I hope I've made this nice and clear for everybody.